Hey y'all, on today's show, we're gonna make game day nachos.
Mouth-watering family recipes, easy-to-make meals, humor and faith fill the inspiring show Dano on the Counter. Born with only half a spine, Dano Burkhardt was never supposed to be able to hold his head up. Despite countless surgeries, a stroke, leg amputations, and kidney transplants, Dano developed a contagious love for life. Join Dano as he shares his easy-to-make dishes and the hope that keeps him pushing forward.
For the game day nachos, you're gonna need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 bag of tortilla chips, 4 ounces of Velveeta, about 8 ounces of sour cream, and for the pico, you're gonna need 2 whole tomatoes, 1 large onion, 1/4 cup of cilantro, 3 large jalapenos, 1 lime, a teaspoon of garlic minced, and some salt to taste. All right, so hey, welcome to the store, guys. On today's show, we're gonna make my favorite meal of all time. If you ask my parents, ask my friends and family, I love a good plate of hot nachos. So today we're gonna make that for our big game day meal. It's one of those meals that's so diverse, it's so easy. It's a great snack for the big game. You can put anything and everything you want on it. If you got picky eaters, they can do everything separate if they want, or you can throw it all together like I usually do. Today we're gonna do nachos with ground beef, some cheese, some jalapenos, we're gonna make our own pico de gallo at home, and then we're gonna throw it all together, throw it in a pan, all right, a cookie sheet, and we're gonna serve everybody this great big old pile of nachos. So the base of this, of course, is our tortillas. So we're gonna grab some fresh tortillas they have here in the store, and that's gonna be our base. All right, so as you may know, I like my things spicy. So we're gonna grab some jalapenos here. And when they say hot on here, usually that means they're pretty darn hot. And you're not gonna need too many of them. I'm gonna put some in with the ground beef to cook with, and then I'm also gonna add some sliced up on top. So we're gonna grab some jalapenos, and then now we're gonna head over and grab our ground beef. All right, for our nachos, for the topping, we're gonna make our own pico, right? So we're gonna use tomato and a red onion and some garlic and cilantro. So we're gonna grab our tomatoes here, some big beefy tomatoes. It looks pretty good. We're gonna dice this up. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so we got a big old bunch of cilantro here. Funny thing about cilantro is some people really love it. Some people can't stand the taste of it. They say it's like in your genes that if you don't like it, usually it has like a soapy taste to it. But I don't know. I enjoy it, but my brother Luke, he hates it. So whenever you cook for him, don't add any cilantro to anything that he makes, or he's gonna eat. All right, so our protein for these is gonna be ground beef. We're gonna grab some 80-20. But you can substitute whatever you want here. You can do a sausage, you can do chicken, you can do shrimp, you can do steak. But I prefer just some ground beef and then some seasonings with it. All right, it's one of those things that's gonna be optional, but for me, I love some sour cream. Get it in the squeeze bottle, you can just throw it on top. Makes it convenient, nice and easy to do. Sour cream, get the light if you want. I prefer actually the heavier fat one, so we'll grab the regular one. That way, we're good to go. So for cheeses, always you can use, cheddar cheese or whatever. Cheese whiz, but Velveeta makes the best because that's what we're gonna use to make our cheese sauce. We're gonna take some Krabby cream, melt it over the stove, add some chilies to it. It's gonna be phenomenal, but always just go with Velveeta.
Hi, my name is Dad Dick.
And I'm Aiden. We're the 5th generation of Dick's Home Care.
And our family is here for your health.
If you're considering a lift chair, call or stop in and see us at Dick's Home Care. Our chairs come in a wide variety of fabrics and finishes. We even have chairs that are able to be closer to your wall in case you have a small space.
Dick's Home Care, Central Pennsylvania's leader in mobility products.
When it's time for a new roof, Champion Roofing is your best choice. We're a certified award-winning roofing contractor, meaning your roof is done right the first time. Call today.
Champion Roofing, we're the solution.
Impact Productions, a multi-layer technology company providing on-site, online, and in-studio video services. Contact Impact Productions to capture your story.
Hey y'all, welcome to the kitchen today. I'm excited to share with you one of my favorite meals of all time, Gameday nachos. Now, like I said in the store, anybody that knows me knows that I had always loved nachos. And let me tell you a little quick story about when I was a teenager. My youth pastor, Gary Hunt, down in Clearwater, Florida, actually Largo, Florida. But anyhow, he had always had, it's called Monday Night Madness. And it was a madness thing that he did for his youth group every Monday. We would pay $3 and we'd have like all you can eat food on that Monday night to bring in all your friends and youth group. And either it was like all you can eat pizza or sandwiches or tacos. And tacos was like my favorite night. And as I got older, in about 8th grade, Gary asked me to do some promos for Monday Night Madness. And I went out and actually filmed a video similar to what I do now for the show, as I went to Taco Bell in my wheelchair and went through the drive-thru. And I went through the drive-thru and I was interviewing the guy at the drive-up window, talking about how much I love tacos and how I was excited to have a taco and couldn't wait to have tacos on Monday Night Madness, and trying to get all my friends to come enjoy tacos with us. So I've always enjoyed the Mexican food, but tonight or this afternoon, I'm gonna show you how to make your very own Gameday nachos. And mine are pretty simple and easy, but we're gonna start with some ground beef. We're just gonna we're gonna brown this in our skillet here. I guess you're gonna melt the fat, right? Melt the fat down. But yeah, we're gonna just brown this ground beef. And then in our other pan here, we have some heavy cream and about 4 ounces of our favorite cheese, Velveeta. As some people know, it's probably not the healthiest cheese for you, but it tastes delicious and it melts the best, and it's great cheese sauce for your nachos. So we have our ground beef here browning. We're gonna turn on our burner here and we're gonna get our cheese starting to melt. Heat up that cream and get that cheese going. Continue to brown the meat. And this is just going on top. And then we'll take a look at our Velveeta here. It's just starting to warm up here. Get that going, get that nice and melted. And as this is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and cut down some jalapenos. And we're gonna use jalapenos for on top, and we're gonna use some in our ground beef, and we're gonna use some in our pico. So we're gonna just slice this down. And I'm gonna take the seeds out, but you don't have to. But there's a lot of heat in the seeds, and I don't want anybody getting sick or feel uncomfortable here. I want everybody to be able to enjoy these nachos, so I'm gonna take the seeds out. But if you want to, by all means leave them in. And if you have a couple in there, that's fine. We're just gonna dice this down. Like I said, we're gonna use some in our ground beef. Then we're gonna use some in our pico. All right, so we have our ground beef going, we have our cream heating up, our cheese melting, and then we have our jalapenos here. We're just gonna continue to dice these up. Run our nice knife through these a couple times. Get a nice chop on these. I know I don't have the best knife technique, but hey, it works. So I'm just gonna add some of this jalapeno into our ground beef to add some of that flavor. And it's gonna heat that dish up pretty good, because once you cook them, all that flavor is gonna come right out of it. And like I said, as our cheese is starting to melt here, we got the cream in there, I'm gonna go ahead and add some green chilies to that. That's just 1 can of green chilies. Add a lot of flavor to that. We're just gonna keep stirring that in there. Mix that green chili in there. Turn that down a little bit. Stir these up. That ground beef is just about done. Don't need it too fine because everybody wants a nice chunk of meat to eat on their nachos, so we don't want to break it down too much. That's gonna add a nice little bit of flavor to it. And it's warm because I can I can feel it in my eyes already. Cooking those jalapenos. Check on our cheese here. Have it going. That's almost all melted in there. And the meat is just about done. We're actually going to just set this aside and drain it off. All right, so the next step is we have our ground meat done, we have our cheese done. Now I'm just going to make a simple pico here. I have a red onion that I peeled, and I'm just going to chop up. And then I have a jalapeno that I'm going to chop up as well. Just kind of dice this up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing in this world's perfect, we all know that. So we'll just chop this up. Make sure there's not too many large pieces. Looks good. And then we're going to chop up some more jalapeno. Run our knife through all that. Get that all chopped up. So we have our tomato here. We're just going to dice this up as well. It's nice pico. It's a good fresh dish. Adds a little something. You could add salsa, any temperature that you want, but I don't know. There's something fresh about that cilantro and tomato that really adds something to every dish. Takes a little time to do, but it's probably worth it. I'm sure my friends that are real chefs are probably like, this guy is not good with a knife, but that's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Everybody's going to eat it. They're not going to care if it's not totally uniform. And then to this, we're just going to then cut up some cilantro. Add some garlic, some salt, and some lime juice. And that's really it for the pico. We have some cilantro here that we bought at the store. We're just gonna roughly run our knife through it, chop it up small as we can. Just get some of that flavor out. Nobody wants to bite into a big old chunk of cilantro, but it does add that nice fresh flavor to the dish. All right, that in there. We have our garlic, just about a tablespoon of garlic. Add some more flavor to this. All right, into this pico, then we're just gonna add a little bit of salt to that because we need something to bring out that flavor of that cilantro and tomato and garlic. Draw some of that moisture out of those tomatoes as well. And then just need to add a little bit of fresh squeezed lime. A little lime juice. Just about a teaspoon is all you're gonna need. Just again to add some of that brightness and flavor to this. Add all that extra little kick to it. That jalapeno, you got all that salt, garlic, some lime juice, tomato. It's gonna be really good. Okay. Stir that up one more time. This is ready to go. Now we're ready to assemble our nachos. All right, so we have our ground beef mixture here on our nachos. We have our jalapeno here. We have our cheese sauce. We're just gonna cover this. This looks amazing. That heavy cream, that Velveeta cheese. Try to cover each and every chip because nobody likes to be left without some cheese on their chip. All right, so then we have our chilies and our cheese and our jalapeno. And we have our ground beef and our tortillas. And then we have our homemade pico. We're just gonna dump a little bit of this on top here with that cilantro and garlic and onion. Just a little bit on there. Some more jalapeno. It's gonna be awesome. Then we're gonna squeeze a little sour cream on there. Love the squeezable sour creams. To add something to the top, just a couple sliced black olives. And like I said, this is awesome that you can do whatever you want. Some people put guacamole and things on there. That's fine. I'm not a big guac fan, unfortunately, but if you want to do some of that or some sliced avocado, anything goes on nachos. But I'm telling you, these look phenomenal, and everybody's going to eat them up. They're going to be gone in minutes. And I hope everybody enjoys the games over the next couple weeks. Everybody has a great time, and we're going to head over and get a quick message, hopefully that inspires everybody and encourages somebody today.
Made by Vogel is a father and son business that produces high-quality handmade wooden products such as cutting boards, bowls, bottle stoppers and more. Products for sale can be found on their Etsy site or in downtown Altoona at the Clay Cup. You can't go wrong buying from Made by Vogel.
When Adam put his house on the market, he asked his agent for a discount on the commission. His agent said, "Commission is 6%. Perry Wellington Realty charges a 4.5% commission, and we back it with all the bells and whistles. Drone video shot by our own licensed drone pilots, 3D property tours, custom property videos shot by a production team with broadcast TV experience, even free moving trucks. Call us today for a free consultation."
Hi, my name is Dad Dick,
And I'm Aiden. We're the 5th generation of Dick's Home Care.
and our family is here for your help.
If you're looking for a stair lift, I would definitely recommend Bruno stair lifts. The reason people get Bruno stair lifts from Dick's Home Care is it keeps them in the home that they love. We also have a rental program on the stair lifts. My customers coming back to me saying, "I'm so glad I bought this."
Dick's Home Care, Central Pennsylvania's leader in mobility products.
Hey y'all, welcome into the studio today. Today I want to talk to y'all a little bit about Thanksgiving. I know it's a holiday everybody celebrates in the fall every year, but of course it's later in the year now, and it's one of those things that we don't think about all the time, but it's so important in life to remember to be thankful. I know in my life there have been different times that things have happened in my life, that things I didn't expect to happen, and you sit back and you're like, wow, I'm so thankful for those things that have happened in my life. Now, I know a lot of times struggles come in our lives, and we're like, how do I be thankful for this struggle? And I know those are really tough times. I know even when I was a kid, when I was going through all my surgeries and spent hours and days and weeks in the hospital, I was, sitting there thinking, is this ever going to end? How am I ever going to get through this? And even in those tough times, you still look around and you're like, your perspective changes based on what you see, obviously going on with other people, but also what's going on in your life. Because you know that, where you've been, and then you have faith to believe where God is going to take you in the future. And for those tough times that you're sitting in and you're thinking you're overwhelmed, it's so important to sit there and think, wow, I am thankful for one thing is that I have this opportunity to show how powerful God can be in my life. But also, I'm able to show how powerful God is to other people around me, right? By the people that see me get through this struggle, the things that seem overwhelming to me and what people are looking at you and seeing that, oh man, I don't know how he can handle that or how she can handle what's going on in her life. But she has a great attitude, or he has a great attitude, and he's getting through it, and he's still coming to work today, and he's still smiling, and he's still, showing joy to other people in the room or in the hospital. I remember when I was a little kid, I would go to different hospital rooms around the hallway, and I spent most of my time at a children's hospital, of course, and I'd go visit the other kids down the hall and meet their parents, and they would, ask me what was going on in my life or why I was there, and I'd find out what these kids were going through. And it was really a good time of encouragement to hear both stories of what was going on. So there I was in the children's hospital meeting with these other kids and parents, and these parents look up to me as an inspiration for their own kid and things that maybe their kid could do in their life. And for me, I was, at 15, I'm thinking, well, this is pretty neat. This is something that God's going to be able to use to help other people. And that was something I learned at a young age, and still today, with this show and sharing my story each and every week. I'm just so thankful for all those things that seem so overwhelming and overbearing that I never thought I was going to get through. They really added to my testimony and how I can show God and what God can do in somebody's life to everybody else. And I just want to encourage you guys that today to look at the things that God has put in your life, those struggles that, they seem like you're not going to be able to get through them today. But let me tell you, when you get through them, God is going to be able to use those struggles to help somebody else. And I think that's why sometimes those things happen in our lives. It's not so much for, people say God's testing me or whatever. I don't think it's really that. I think it's, hey, God's showing his power through you, by you being able to overcome those difficult times. And then you're able to share with other people. And that's so important, to share with people and talk to people about things God has done in your life. That's something that, I try to do here in the show, obviously. And every day when I meet somebody, they ask me questions about what's going on or what happened to me. The first thing I say is, hey, this is how God made me, right? This is how God designed me, and what a powerful thing that he's using me in my life to share his power with other people. So hopefully that's a little bit of encouragement to you guys today, to always be thankful, even in those tough times, because you never know how God is going to use you and use your story to help somebody else. So let's head over to the kitchen right now and enjoy some awesome food.
Dick's Home Care can help you stay mobile. Dick's offers a full line of scooters to help with mobility both inside and outside your home. Take your scooter with you wherever you go with a scooter lift from Dick's. They are available for most vehicles. If standing or sitting is becoming difficult, a lift chair from Dick's will make life easier. There are many styles and sizes to choose from. And Dick's honors warranties and service on what we sell. Dick's Home Care, Central Pennsylvania's leader in mobility products.
New Life Worship Center's tax ministry is in their 13th year of serving. This is an organization who will do your taxes, and they only ask for a $30 donation to benefit local charities. They will e-file federal and state returns and complete local returns for you to mail in. They can handle everything from basic family returns to rentals and property returns. Contact New Life Worship Center's tax team on Facebook or by calling them today.
Hi, my name is Dad Dick.
And I'm Aiden. We're the 5th generation of Dick's Home Care.
And our family is here for your health.
Purify 03 is the simple, effective way to clean your CPAP or BiPAP. It provides hospital-grade sanitation, killing 99.99% of bacteria and germs with the touch of a button. Everything you need comes in one affordable kit for just $1.90. It's available exclusively at Dick's Home Care, Central Pennsylvania's leader in home medical equipment.
Hey y'all, welcome into the dining room here. Sitting down here with Troy and Chow, the crew, and we just finished our game day nachos. Got them on a big old tray here, filled with all of our favorite ingredients. Like I said, you can add and do whatever you want on yours at home. But let's dig in, guys. Give them a whirl. See what y'all think.
That's what I was gonna say.
Gotta get a little of everything in there.
Fight over the chips.
That's a good one. Has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Very good.
Little kick with a jalapeno.
Yeah, I like that.
A little of everything on there. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in, watching online or on Fox. I hope you guys have an opportunity to make these for the big game, and we'll see y'all next week on Dano on the Counter.
Very good.